welcome to the KC Stars podcast, where we talk to people in the local Kansas City film community. And I have with me Tamara Barnes. I'm going to let you introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Tamara Barnes, or AKA TamB, however you want to, whatever you want to call me. I am a Kansas City, Kansas, Wyandotte County native. Let's see here. I've been in the acting community for some years now, and it's been a wonderful journey. So yeah, that's me.
But how did you get started?
Well, I started out actually with modeling and things of that nature. So we went into that. And then as I was a child, I used to always react and do certain things to certain movies and things of that nature. So that was always there. But as far as actually getting out there and getting into the shows and things of that nature, I was working with a young lady by the name of Joe Wiz, and then she was working with Anthony Wright, which I'm sure everybody knows Anthony Wright. And I auditioned for a show at that time was Promise Chronicles Manifestation. And yeah, that was my first show or first movie that I was in as far as audition wise. But before that started filming, I had some extra pieces in between there. But yeah, that was the start of everything right there.
Well, I remember seeing you in that, and I started
Yeah.
out, I was an extra in that, and then I was the Pope or whatever.
Hmm.
But I saw you in there and I saw you do your scene. And a lot of people were in the scene, but I came up to you afterwards, if you remember, and I said, "Wow, you did a great job.
Yes, I remember.
You did a great job. You were very convincing." So I didn't know if you'd had training or if you just naturally understood to put yourself in the role. Like, how did that come about?
Actually, it is just all natural. I haven't had any training, except for like seminars or workshops or something of that nature. But as far as schooling and actually going to school to learn the craft and know when to do this and know when to use your voice here and know how to throw it there and things of that nature, I did not do any schooling. It's all just been all natural and going in there and putting yourself into the role and really actually becoming what it is that the director is wanting you to be, you know? So it's
So
just what it was.
how did you prepare for that role?
Oh, that one. Ooh. That one there was interesting because of course, you know, almost every scene I was fighting.
You
So
became a ninja first.
yes, I did. Yes, I did. We did some class, some training with an individual at a dojo for that. So that was good. And then I just really kind of attempted to get into a police mentality because I was a secret service agent. So I attempted to get into that police mentality every time that I would be on the scene and on the set and things of that nature. So that's really how I would prepare for that role. And with that being just the first one, of course, everything else it got deeper as the roles carried on and the other situations as far as like, because I've done dinner theater and things of that nature. So as that goes on, you understand and get deeper as far as your preparation goes when it comes to your character. So, but with that one, it was just like, let's go, let's
It's
get this
awesome.
done, let's
That's
get
awesome. Did a great
it.
job. So tell me,
Thank you.
where are you in dinner theater if you're still there?
Right now, I have put it on a halt because at the present moment, I'm a campaign manager. So I put acting on a halt for just a smidgen. We got a little bit more of a ride. We got till November 4th. And then I'm planning on picking everything back up. But yes, I did dinner theater with Lebanese Players Group. It was interactive. It is interactive dinner theater. It's a wonderful company. We go out to different restaurants and they set up a whole like dinner and a dinner and theater show. We work throughout, interact throughout the crowd, and it's It's wonderful. He has a lot of them are all, well, all of them are like murder mystery type base. So the main character always ends up dying and then coming back and being a detective and things of that nature. So it's a really, really, really cool experience. Too. And that has really helped me hone in on my acting skills, especially being interactive, and a lot of it is impromptu because we have a script that we go by, of course, but we always end up going in a different avenue because of the improv and things of that nature. So that is always a wonderful thing because when you have improv in your bag, there's a lot you can do with that.
That's
So,
awesome. And and I
yeah.
don't know if it's the same because because I do a lot of stuff here in town and I've met people that are involved in dinner theater,
Hmm.
and some of the dinner theater, like, people don't know you're an actor and you sit at a table and you
Hmm.
try to say things that will get them off the trail. Is that one of those?
Right. Yeah, it was like, so we stayed in character the whole night. The only time we were not in character is when the show was over with. So we're talking to when we because we actually served them as well in character. So we're doing everything. Um and it was really fun. So yes, it is one of those where you can kind of either get them off their rocker, and mostly with this one, they a lot of them are regulars, so they know the show, and they're trying to get us off of our rocker and make us go get out of character and go back into, because they'll ask questions like, "So, how long have you been acting?" And you'll be like, "Excuse me, what do you mean? You're at an anniversary right now. We're not acting. We're no, you're silly. Come on, let's
Because
go
they
another
recognize
subject."
you. So they recognize you, so they're like trying to like one up you.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's pretty
Yes.
funny actually.
So yes,
Yeah.
it's really fun. And then they're all trying to figure out who the killer is. So everybody's going around asking questions. And oh, it was one I had the last one that I did. My character's name was JoJo. So she was like the fun party going, drug using type girl. So she was really outgoing and outspoken and everything of that nature. So there were some young ladies in the crowd that night, and they just loved them some JoJo.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
It was super fun. We had one of us had like little matching bags because the way I was dressed up and had rhinestones and things all over some stuff, and she had some rhinestones on her purse, so we were twinning all night, and it's a really, really excellent experience, and I can't wait to get back to it. So
Yeah,
yes,
that sounds
I
like
love dinner
fun.
theater. It's really fun. It's
That sounds
really
like
fun.
fun. Have you done any other plays other than the dinner theater several times, it sounds like?
I have, if we count church, yes. I have not gotten the chance to get into a play. I love going to watch them, but I have not yet had the opportunity to actually be on a stage play, a
What
play stage.
what are you wanting to accomplish with your acting or modeling?
Let's see. Well, mostly focus on acting. I put modeling on a hold for a minute. It just wasn't going the avenue that I wanted to go. So we're strictly focused on acting. With acting, I really, the main goal with it is to get into the creative space of with philanthropy. So I have my nonprofit organization called the Loving Space Foundation, where we cater to youth. Pretty much, it's a we youth development and environmental injustice is our focus. So I would love to incorporate all creative everything within the organization, especially when it comes to acting, because I have this idea. We do cleanups around here in the community. So I have this idea when it comes to that to make it more interactive, go ahead and get the history of all the parks within our area, and then start creating impromptu skits. And as we do the cleanups, there'll be skits going on as people are doing cleanups and things of that nature, just trying to bring the creative aspect into understanding that we need to keep our community clean. we need to be advocating for the things that we need around the community and actually go out there and get it instead of waiting for someone to hand it to us. So that is one of the main focuses that I really want to lean towards when it comes to my acting, is putting it all together with philanthropy and actually getting people engaged and civically engaged and get out there and take care of your communities, man, because we need each other and it takes a village. So yeah, that would be really what my focus is with it.
Is it primarily like in Kansas City, Kansas?
Yes. Yes, we're based in Kansas City, Kansas. We go out outskirts, but right now we're based in Kansas City, Kansas, trying to make sure that um where I was born and raised and grew up is taken care of, and we have the actual amenities that other communities have. Like you can go to certain communities and just bask in the beautification or the revitalization that has gone on. When you come to Wyandotte County, it's just like, come on, all this beautiful historic landmarks. Why does this community look like this? So that's where we really are putting our focus, is getting our community back up and going to where it needs to be. And then once we get that, of course we'll venture out. But
Yeah,
you always gotta start with home. If you can't take care of your home, then how are you going to help take care of someone else's home? You know?
that's good. You're a real asset there, it sounds like. That's
Thank you.
wonderful. Um, what are you wanting to accomplish in acting? Like, what is your, like you would say, if you stopped at this point, you'd feel like I've got a body of work or I've accomplished what I want to accomplish. What is that?
When it comes to acting, just strictly acting, one of my goals is to get on a Tyler Perry show. I have no idea why that always floats in my head. I just want to be either on a show or a movie, somewhere in there
I got you. No,
when
he's
it
big
does
time.
come to that. But as far as just being creative and being out there, one of my goals, I also have a podcast called Affirm Peace. Like I said, I'm campaigning right now, so I have put a lot of things on hold just to, because that's a whole nother beast. So I do have my podcast called Affirm Peace, and my goal with that is to be able to travel to different countries and cities and states and things of that nature, and interview people about their livelihoods, their trials, their tribulations, because Affirm Peace is a community journal of life, because everybody's story is meaningful. So I will go out. My goal is to get an RV and go out in the community. That's the start of it. And eventually hitting overseas and going abroad and things of that nature. So that is the goal with the Firm Piece, which is still kind of in the acting realm, of course, because I'm doing the audio and a visual podcast. So yeah, that is the goal with that. And then the goal with the acting. But the main goal with the acting is really just to bring more awareness to our youth and help them understand that it's okay to be creative, because a lot of them get that. A lot of people, when it comes to a child expressing themselves and wanting to be an artist, or they want to be something in the creative field, they get, I don't want to say cowered down, but whomever they tell makes them feel that that's not realistic. You can't do that. You're not going to do anything with that. You can't make a living off of that. Those types of things. Um, I really want to help the youth understand that we need that creativity in this world. We have to have it. It's it's painting our pictures. It's telling our stories. It's reliving our history in ways that people can understand it for their psyche. Not everybody understands history by just sitting there and opening up a book and reading what it is. Like, who, excuse my French, who the hell wants to do that? Not a lot of people.
Wait, I was just getting ready to say, you are so beautiful on the inside. No. I think you actually are. I mean, you are
Thank
a
you.
true like asset to your community. Just everything you've said like makes me feel
Thank
good about talking to you. Um, and I mean it. It's beautiful. So what do you like about acting?
you. One thing is being able to go somewhere you have never been before, mentally and physically, depending on your character. That is one thing that I truly love about it. Just having that space to own the character and bring it to life for the director. Whenever I feel that, whenever I see the director or producer or whomever in a space to where, yep, that was it. That's it right there. That makes my heart smile because I know I've captured their vision, you know? Um, and that's what I always want to do whenever I walk on a set is to capture the vision of whomever's project this is, whether it's a video shoot, whether it's a commercial, whether it's a movie, whether it's a skit, whatever it is, we all are here for that greater purpose. And that one purpose is to bring this masterpiece to life the way that it needs to be brought to life. So one of my favorite things is just like nailing that road to where they're like, yep, we got you.
That's great. So you brought up commercials. Are you in any commercials right now?
Right now, the present moment, no, but I haven't been in a Mazda commercial. I've been in this, oh my goodness, was it a Japanese restaurant? No, it was a Vietnamese restaurant. I've been in the commercial for that. It was a couple other ones. Those were years ago.
That's good though. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, those are years
Yeah,
ago.
that's good. I know whenever you were in the Promise Chronicle, like at least a couple of them, you were kind of the good guy,
Yeah,
fighting for goodness. Have you ever been the bad guy?
I've ever been a bad guy. You know what? I almost was the bad guy for this student film that I had. I want to be the bad guy.
The bad
I
guy
would
is
like to be the
awesome.
bad guy.
The
I
bad
haven't
guy's
yet
awesome.
had a chance to be the bad guy. But no, there was a student film that I was in. I ended up I auditioned for the bad guy and end up getting the protagonist. So
Hmm.
that was a I know, right?
That's okay. Maybe you just
So
look like the good guy.
right.
I don't usually have that problem, so that's good. That's good.
No, but I would love to be the villain in whatever. Villains are they keep the story going, you know?
Yeah,
If it wasn't for a villain, then sometimes you wouldn't even really have an interesting story,
absolutely.
you know?
The
So yeah,
villains are the true heroes.
exactly.
Now, um, besides acting and community activism, like, and I'm not talking about, I don't, whatever your job is, if you have a full-time job, but what
Mhm.
else do you do? Like, what do you do in your spare time?
Oh, spare time. I love to be in nature. Um, I have to get outside. I have those moments where, when you're just going, 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 and you haven't had a chance to stop and reflect and get out there and get some of that good nature. You get a little groggy. So I'm one of those
Yeah.
people.
Okay. Okay.
I love to be in nature. I have two boys.
The correct
Huh.
answer was smoke cigars and watch Netflix.
You like to smoke cigars and watch
That's that's
Netflix?
the correct answer. That's all I'm saying. But your answer's good too. There's a lot of
Oh,
correct
okay.
answers. There's a lot of correct answers.
I do smoke cigars every now and again.
Okay.
So no.
Hey, Mo, where can we see your work?
Oh, let's see. You have some on majority of it is on Tubi.
Okay. So
You
search
have
your
some on
name.
Amazon Prime. Huh?
Yeah. Search your name, Tamara Barnes, on Tubi, and we should
Yes.
be able to see stuff.
Yep, and then you have some on Amazon Prime. They're on a lot of different platforms.
Hey, I was going to ask you about some pictures.
Okay.
Um, Tell me about this first picture. There you are in that. Tell me
Mm-hmm.
about this movie.
Counteract. Counteract is a wonderful, wonderful show. So I play the mayor's wife in this one. Um, it is about human sex trafficking within Kansas City, Missouri, and our uh, my husband, the mayor, got himself into some things and ended up getting our daughter into a situation to where we had to go look for her, or and it was a whole big rally situation. So the gist of it is about human sex trafficking in Kansas City, Missouri. You see our main character Sandra there. She did a phenomenal job
Sandra is
as
great.
the
Or
protest.
Sandra. I
Protest.
think she goes,
Yes,
this is
Sandra.
Sandra. Yeah.
Yes, Sandra. She's wonderful. I love her. She did such a wonderful job playing the lead role in this movie. So
I know
it was
Maurice as
great.
well. Maurice is
Yes,
outstanding.
I love Maurice.
I
Oh my
love
goodness,
Maurice
I
too.
love
He's
me some
great.
Maurice. Yes, so awesome. So we had a lot of amazing heavy hitters in this film, and it was really great. I got to work with a knife on the set, and
Oh, you like those weapons.
It's Anthony likes to see me get riled up for some odd reason. So I always get some kind of action piece.
That is awesome. And tell me about this picture.
Oh, Steve Jobless.
You were in Steve
Oh,
Jobless.
Steve Jobless. I played a dispatch clerk for one of the jobs he was going to for an interview for. He actually went on the wrong day, and no, I said no one was in the office, but I'm reading this book on how to lie well.
Ah,
So if you pay attention to that, how he like kind of tied all those two together, you it's a really funny piece of the show. But no, that was a really good show. Steve Shadows about is a lot of based on a lot of true stories that the director that he went through. And
Chad, is that his name?
yes, Chad, yes.
Yeah,
Chad, the
I've
Chad
actually
went
never
through.
met him, but I've actually sent him
Really?
messages. Yeah, I watched his movie and I sent him a message on it because I truly enjoyed his movie.
Yes, it was really funny. He he cracks me up. I love me some Chad. He's awesome actor and he's an awesome director. So
Yeah,
Steve
and
Jobs was
he hasn't done a lot, but what he's done has been really well done.
right, exactly. So yeah, I love Chad.
And what is this?
Now here I was invited to the Universal Film Festival Awards, and that's
Wow.
what that was. It was down at the Mainstream Theater at Power and Light. A lot of independent film artists submitted their films to this award ceremony, and it was a wonderful experience. It was one of just those humbugs. Hey, tell me you want to go here? I don't think I'm dressed for that, but sure, let's go.
Hmm.
So that's what that was. I met a lot of amazing people that night. It was a great networking experience, and the short films were really awesome, and those people were really deserving of their awards. So yeah, that was a really good night.
Was it Kansas City movies mostly or others?
No, they were out of town. They were all over. A lot of these people flew in for this award ceremony.
Very cool. And I have to ask you, I'm assuming that you're in this picture there on the left, but I don't know for sure.
No, none of them.
None of those are
None
you?
of them are
Okay.
me.
Let me skip
That
that
is
picture.
actually from Promise Chronicles Manifestation, but no, neither one of them were me.
All right. I found it in your stuff. I found it
Yes.
in your stuff, but I was like, I can't really tell. Okay. Now I can tell that's you. You look
Yes.
like a queen.
Yes, that was a part. I was one of my fashion shows that I was in. The designer Velma Van Zonk. She's amazing. She's an amazing designer. She puts on fashion shows as well. And but we were a part of this one was Ramonda Scales' farewell runway show. This was a couple. This is, of course, you see, I have my fro, so you know some years ago.
It's okay.
So
Actually, that's a
yeah.
beautiful picture. That's a beautiful
Oh no,
picture.
I love it. Yeah, it's one of my favorite pictures. I miss my fro. That's the only thing that I miss.
What have we got here?
All right.
Now you look
This
like the
one
evil
was
queen in little cowboy boots. It might get cut off. It might get cut off, so I'm going to tighten it so that it'll all be in there. Okay.
okay. All right. So that here. Oh no, it was actually all in there the way you had it the first time.
For you and
That
I,
is
for you and
our
I, we have a different view, just FYI.
okay, gotcha. So for that fair, that was the red carpet premiere for Counteract is what this picture is. And I
Excellent.
was taking photos and things of that nature. So yeah, that was our red carpet premiere for Counteract.
Well, I know you're a Kansas girl. Kansas, a little more cowboy than Missouri, so it makes sense to me.
Yes.
You got the rodeo right over where you are. You got the rodeo.
Exactly.
Do you ever go to the rodeo?
I did when I was little. I haven't been since I've been an adult.
You need to do it and wear that outfit with those boots. You'll
Okay.
guarantee you will be noticed. All right.
Awesome.
All right. What do we got here?
Some phenomenal actors and actresses.
You know, two out
That
of three
was,
were on the show. Now three out of four. I'm sorry. Yeah. Two out of four. Now three
let's
out of four.
see. Yeah, so we were at this comedy event that actually Tiffany was doing stand up and then Renaud and Maurice, they were part of because they were doing skits throughout the building as well. So they have that. That's how he had the comedy show set up. The individual that was over the comedy show. So we all in the beginning, we all just took a picture together. It was like, oh no, we all have to take a picture together. We haven't been in the same room. So
Yeah.
there you have it. That's
That is
when we
awesome.
took
I gotta
that
tell you,
picture.
I saw Tiffany Michelle perform. I
Uh-huh.
just think she is so wonderful that I
Yes,
just I say somebody sign her, give her a contract.
I know, right?
She's so funny. She did this little thing about stealing credit as a Polynesian princess, and
Oh yeah,
she's like, I'd like to have, I don't have any Mexican. I'd like to have a little Mexican inside of me. Oh my God. It was so funny. I just laughed so hard watching her tell her little silly jokes. They were really funny though. I got a kick
yeah,
out of it. Um,
awesome.
what do you think makes somebody good at something?
Oh, consistency.
Expand on that.
Consistency and discipline. And that is difficult for a lot of us. But and then everybody's consistency looks different as well. So you just with those two, honing in on that and perfecting your craft really is one of those things that makes somebody good at something.
Yeah. What do you think makes you good at acting?
Um, the fact that I like to go within and attempt to be that character wholeheartedly. So whenever I'm on set, if it can happen, I don't want to be called anything but that character's name, and I'm that character. That's what I'm there to do. It's not happening. That's what's going on. Um, I just I just love it. You know, it's one of those things where you may be somewhere and you have so many other different things going on in your life, but when you're actually immersed in what you were supposed to be doing, and you sit back and be like, yeah, this is me right here. This is where I'm supposed to be.
Awesome. Do you
I've did that.
learn?
I've done that several times with acting, which is why I know whenever I do have that hope to where I'm either assisting someone with their dreams or I have something going on family wise or however it goes, I know that I'm going to come back to acting because it's where my heart is. It really is.
That's wonderful. How do you? I'm going to ask you like a double question, which you're not supposed to do, but I'm going to do it. So
Okay.
the first part is it's two part. How do you learn your lines? And when you learn your lines, do you want it word for word, or do you just want the idea? And there's no right answer because half people say one, half say the other. But just tell me how
Right.
you do it and what's your end goal with it.
So whenever I learn my lines, of course, I love to read the whole script to get the feel of the whole film, play, whatever it is. I do that, and then I go back and I go over my scenes and I read them and I highlight them. And that's the first part of the preparation. Then as it gets closer to the filming part piece, I have a notebook for I either have put each script either in a folder or I'll have a notebook and then with some loose leaf paper, and then I'll handwrite each of my lines with my cues right before a couple of days before the actual filming of it. So that way, whenever I have those moments, I have that visual aid of me actually writing out my script and writing out my words, and that also helps me. So I have the memorization, I have visualization, and then sometimes they don't always go with the cue points. So sometimes you have to make sure you're paying attention to whatever is of course being said with whomever you're in the scene with, because you're not always going to have those cue points. So that is why I of course read the whole script, so that way you have you know what the flow of everything is. So technically, sometimes you memorize other people's lines as well, and you're and you're helping them also. So that is pretty much my breakdown. And then I also have those moments. I don't do it all the time, depending on the show or whatever it is that I'm doing. I'll get in the mirror and I'll recite my lines to myself, especially if I have to do some type of extreme emotion with my face or something of that nature. I may practice that in the mirror to add on to that. But yeah, just visualization and memorization of attempting to memorize the whole script, but that don't always work. So
Yeah. So
yeah, that's how.
do you want to make sure you get your lines correct, or is it more the motions of the scene correct? Like, what's your priority?
It depends on the director. That's one too, because a lot of them want you to go verbatim, and then some of them are okay with you just going off the kilter a little bit, just to see where we can go and see what we can get out of you. So depending on how the director wants his show to go is how I would cater to that. But I love, especially with getting the more improv under my belt, I love being able to stay within the framework, but still kind of go off into a own avenue to where how I feel, giving my piece of how I feel the character should look in this scene, if
Well,
that makes
yeah, and I'll just tell you, 97% of statistics are made up on the spot.
yeah,
95% of directors want you to get the gist of your lines. 5% want you to get them exactly right. So I'm saying about 1 in 20. I have no way to prove that. Again, it's made up on the spot, but I've just been around a couple directors who want it to be exact.
yeah,
Almost all of them, the that I've been around, I mean, you want it to be pretty close,
right,
But other than one or two directors, most people are more concerned about the quality of the acting, not the quality of the word being the same. But every once in a while you meet somebody that is, and maybe they're concerned with both. Um,
Right.
but like if you're supposed to say, you go over there now, and instead you say, now you go over there, most people aren't going to bat an eye.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Um, let me see. Sorry.
I know you're fine.
Anyone that when you see them, you can have either reaction. You either say, this is going to go well, or this is not going to go well just by someone you see. You can answer either or both.
Let's see here. You know, and wait, for me, that's kind of, I wouldn't say difficult, but it's just that no one really has ever. Honestly, I don't think I've ever thought either way. Whenever I see someone, oh, this is going to go well, or oh, this is about to go sour. I'm one of those individuals that gives you the benefit of the doubt. We may have had a situation on the last set, but I don't know where your life stands right now on this set. So I'm not going to hold that over your head, and we're going to see what we're going to get out of you today. So
Okay.
I really don't. Yeah, I've never really had that moment to where I'm like, oh God, here we go. Or yes, this is going to be awesome. Like, I've,
And
um,
looking at it like when I see certain people, there's no one that I dread seeing, but I see certain people and I like them because I've worked with them three, four, 10
right.
times. I get excited when I see them just because I get to visit with
Yeah.
them.
Well, that's a
Um,
good thing.
what's that?
I said, well, that's a good thing, of course.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. What have you done that you're the most proud of that you would say, I hope somebody sees this?
Hmm. Somebody sees this. It has not been created.
It hasn't been created yet?
It hasn't been created.
What would be the perfect role for you then, for someone to create that role? What would you say, that's the role for me? And realizing there's other roles that are great for you too, but this is the
Right.
one, because your question kind of makes me think, well, what is that role then?
I would love to play some type of earthly goddess that has her dominion, of course. And there's all kind of different pieces that are going on within the kingdom that creates a story that always ties back to the earthly goddess in some way, shape, or form because everything is connected to her and she feels everything within her kingdom and she knows everything that goes on. So she'll have a, a different feeling or sensation depending on the situation in the village, but she's always connected and she always knows that someone is about to come to her with something that's going on in her village. And it's just like a real drama, suspenseful, sci-fi, earthy piece. I know that's a lot, but
That's good. Hey, now my next question is, have you ever thought about writing it?
I have. And I kind of pause on it and explaining it to you right here in the way that I did. I really feel that that should be the next step, honestly. Seriously.
There's a guy I met. I haven't had him on the show yet, but I plan
Uh-huh.
on it. I cannot think of his last name right now, but his name is Stanley. And he
Okay.
does a once a month, people show up with scripts and they look at the scripts and they help people write.
Okay. Kind of like a
And
table read.
kind of like a table read, but you show up with your project. And I don't know the details. I've never been there, but
Okay.
um, I was in a film and the guy was talking because Stanley was there to watch it and this like, little premiere thing in town.
Hmm.
and Stanley was
Is he the gentleman with the glasses and he's like he's a film teacher and director and all of that?
he's not that guy.
Okay. Okay. You know who
I
I'm talking about though?
I actually, is it Patrick Ray?
I think so. Yes. Yes, I
Yeah.
think it is Patrick. Okay. Okay.
Either way,
Yeah.
he'll be on the show, the next show.
Okay, awesome. I like
But
Patrick.
no, but he like that guy. But this Stanley is, I think he works in like biology or a lab or something.
Okay.
But he is a like a writer, and he's written and directed. He did the Batman Goes to Therapy, if you ever saw that, the
Okay.
little
No, I
short film.
haven't. Uh-uh.
It's actually fantastic. He wrote it and directed it, but he helps writers with their projects.
Hmm.
Very kind. That's like his service.
Okay.
That's like his service
Yes.
to the community, which is wonderful. I'll send you his name when we get
Please. That
done.
would be great. Yes, I would love that.
Write a
Because
note to myself.
that would be an avenue. Of course, a lot of actors, of course, go down that avenue of their creative juices get to going and they get to writing things. And so yeah, I have a feeling I did used to write though. So
Did you really?
I have a book of poetries. I have so many started books.
Read me a book. Read me a poem. I want to hear a poem. What's the poem?
Oh my goodness. I don't have them down here with me. They're all I'm in my office right now. They're all in my bedroom.
Okay. I want to make jokes on the poems, but they're all really bad. So either
Oh
bad
goodness.
jokes or that'll make it not suitable for children to watch this. Um,
Yes.
but what motivates you? What keeps you motivated?
What keeps me motivated? Knowing that tomorrow is not promised.
Expand on that.
We all know that it's inevitable for us to transition, of course. So I've been through a lot throughout my journey and my lifetime is um in a sense, technically I should not be here. I have had situations where I've almost lost my life and it shined a light on me. Um and helped me realize like you never know. We are not promised tomorrow. So what are you really going to do with your life? What legacy do you want to leave? What do you want to have for your children? And as we keep going on through the journey, of course, we have our hiccups and our stumbles and our blocks to where we feel stuck and stagnant. But that is the space where you get into where you muster up everything and you keep on going and you reflect and get your clarity of what your next step is because when you're stagnant you're in that place of growth, whether you're going to stay in your bad habits or whether you're going to excel and actually evolve into the person that you're becoming. That that is motivation for me.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Honestly.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Oh, you were beautiful. I'm going to take that somehow. I'm going to rewatch it a couple times, and that's going to become my answer.
Well, you're welcome.
I'm going to steal your original thoughts. By the way, be careful with other writers. No. Um, uh, how do you put emotion into lines? Like, how do you put emotion into your character?
I'm a super emotional person, as is. Like, I'm one of those people that have happy tears. Like, you'll come out of you, come up to you and be like, "Oh my God, are you okay? No, they're happy tears. It's okay." No, I just use it like I also sit back and I think about the character or the situation or the scene that I'm in. And I put myself in it as if it was my actual life. So say for instance, like with Counteract, with me, with my daughter missing and things of that nature. there were quite a few scenes in there where I wasn't asked to, but tears happened and I cried right there at the drop of a hat because I could not fathom going through that with my boys. I could not. So see, I get emotional right now just thinking about that. So I'm I love to use practicality when it comes to that and putting myself in the shoes of my character and just going and using everything that I have inside of me to deliver. So yeah.
That's really that's wonderful. And I have thought of the best role for you. I'm serious. I think this would be the best.
What's that?
You're the bad guy,
Uh-huh.
and you cry right before you do the bad thing because you tried to save them. They wouldn't listen. Now they're making you do this. Oh my good. That would be the scariest.
Oh, that would be.
That would
Would
be
be
the
one of those things
scariest.
where like it's kind of like I have that moment where they're like pleading and all of a sudden I bust out into this crazy Joker like laugh and then all of a sudden my face comes back down and I'm really like empathetic to them and I start crying like, well, you shouldn't have did it. And it just did all the psycho crazy stuff. Yeah, that would
That
be
would
great.
be outstanding. Outstanding. Look, I can't believe you're making me do this. I don't
Right.
want to do that. I just cry. Sorry, that was really horrible. Please don't watch that.
No.
But yeah, like to basically be crying because of what
Yes.
they're making you do.
Yes. Oh, and then the villain's name could be Crybaby.
I love it. Uh-oh, here comes
I would love
Crybaby.
that. And then you can kind of like go into like the whole in the beginning of it, you have your adult crime, like, you see what you're making me do to you right now?
That'd be great.
Why do we have to go through this every time? And then just start crying like a little baby and just like, did you see right
I think we got it. Now we're going to have to change what you write. It's going to be the Crybaby Goddess realm.
now? Oh my God.
You write the part for you.
I
And
love that. Oh
I
my
want to be
goodness.
in it.
Now you have my gears churning.
I want to be in it, and I want to be the first killed.
Yes. Okay, awesome. We can most definitely make that work. Oh, that'd be great. And then the have you seen Alice in Borderland?
I have not. I see a lot of
Oh
stuff.
my
I haven't seen
goodness.
that yet.
It's a good one. Out of all those that came out, like what is it, Squid Games and all that, they all
Oh
came
yeah,
out
yeah.
around the same
I
time.
saw Squid Games. Yeah.
So Alice in Borderland is a really, really good one. It's my favorite one out of all of them. Whenever I binge watch something, we good because I don't even do things like that. So this the whole town has pretty much become a game, and you have to survive the game in order for you to continue to live. So it could be something of like a crybaby board game type deal with the whole the crybaby board game goddess type deal with the whole kingdom and things of that nature. Like it was planets where they had these game cards and they had certain times where they had to go do this, and if they didn't fulfill a certain amount of games a day, then they get killed on the spot. It was a whole, you got to go watch it.
No, no, we got a lot. So we're gonna get Hunger Games, Alice in Borderland,
Yes.
Furioso or Mad Max.
Mm-hmm.
Put it all together with Narnia.
Yes.
All right. Hey, anything that you were prepared to talk about, but I didn't ask you about, and you thought, oh, I bet he's going to ask about this.
I didn't even think about it. I just go,
Any words of wisdom or final thoughts?
Always stay true to yourself because it truly can be a trying task and possibility of losing yourself when you attempt to help others. So always, always stay true to yourself. And trust me, I am guilty, which is why I can say that. So always stay true to yourself, regardless of what's going on in your life. And be mindful, be so mindful that everybody's going through things. We don't know what anybody's going through, of course, until if they tell you. But ultimately, you don't know what anybody is going through. So be kind. Just be kind because you never know what life you can save by just being kind. Somebody could have been ready to go jump off of a ledge and you just smiled and said hello. And that helped them throughout their day and decided, you know what? I'm going to give this day another shot. So just be kind.
That's nice. And I do have one final question for those who watch the show. They can guess what the final question is. So be prepared, start thinking.
Okay.
Final question, which I almost forgot, which I usually ask in the middle. Somebody from out of town. You got family in Chicago you haven't seen in years. They show up in Kansas City, Kansas, and they say, I want to go. I don't care if it's Missouri or Kansas. I want to go to one barbecue restaurant. I want it to be the best barbecue restaurant in the Kansas City area. I don't care if it's 45 minutes away. Where are you going to take them?
Oh, okay. Where am I going to take?
It's a Kansas City podcast.
I know. So, for disclaimers, some areas, some barbecue places, I have not eaten at yet because I am plant-based now. So I'll put that disclaimer out there.
Okay.
But when I was eating meat, um, oh goodness. Of course, I'm going to say Gates because I love me some Gates. This is a staple, you know. But there are some others out there that I will taste because it's just like with me. I'm gonna stick with my answer being Gates, but I'm gonna just tell it to you like this. In some places, barbecue restaurants, it's crazy for me because I would go and I loved how they smoked and grilled their meats and things of that nature, but I hated their sauce. It was just was like used
Yeah.
to be like that all the time. And I'm a saucy girl. I like to have the sauce
Gates has
on.
got the best sauce.
Exactly. So I would be one of those ones that I may sneak a bottle of Gates in a restaurant where I went to just to have their sauce on my barbecue. So yeah, that was me. But I'm gonna stick with Gates. I'm sorry, I love
All right, no,
Gates.
that's good. And I like the fact that you brought in contraband barbecue sauce to other restaurants, which kind of proves the Kansas City thing. My other question, just because you said you eat plant-based, where is your favorite restaurant where you can order vegetarian or vegan or whatever it is? Are you vegetarian or vegan?
Well, vegan is a whole lifestyle, so I am
Yeah.
not vegan.
Okay,
That is a
vegetarian.
whole. You got to let go of anything
Yeah.
pertaining to an animal. So that's where a lot of people get it misconstrued.
Yeah.
Vegan is a lifestyle.
My
Like
my
nothing animal should be around you.
my cousin was a vegan for a while.
Okay.
Then she became a vegetarian, and I'm talking like she was a vegan for a long time, with a
Okay.
few little, like chocolate had milk in it, or, like a few
Right.
exceptions occasionally. And then she was a vegetarian for years.
Okay.
Now she's a pescatarian, and I don't think
Mhm.
she's ever going to leave that unless
Yeah.
it's to go back to one of the previous two.
Right.
Like no pork ever.
Yeah.
No, she's
Yeah.
actually Jewish also, so no pork ever.
Okay.
But like with chicken, even none of that. Beef, never.
Hmm.
Like not. I'm talking like decades.
Yeah, I was pescatarian for about a year or so. Um,
So where's your
and
favorite
then
restaurant?
my favorite restaurant right
Yeah, now
now.
that you're like eating like a vegetarian.
Ooh, there is. One of my favorites is kind of like pretty much fast food to me now. Is this place called Jerusalem Cafe. It is so good. Me and my friend will go and get a hummus and falafel platter, or we'll go get a what is it called, a makesh, which was one of their like flatbed pizza deals with the veggies and the garden fresh one, or what was that one with the spices? I think it was called a Zertu or something. We just recently got that one. It was really, really good. Um, but yeah,
I think I've been to
Jerusalem
Jerusalem.
Cafe.
Jerusalem Cafe. Is that downtown Kansas City, Missouri?
Yeah, it's one in Westport, and they
Okay,
just
that's
have one. They just got one in off of Metcalf in Mission. So that one right there is more of a, if you want a quick fast food type deal. The one out in Westport, if you want to sit down and you want to have a meal, you can go to that one. I mean, you can do it at either or, but my
yeah.
perspective.
Well, excellent. I don't have anything else for you unless you have any other words of wisdom before we sign off.
Um, Not that I can think of. Just continue to love and continue to be you, and
All
that's
right.
all we can do.
Thank you so much. It was great speaking with you. I
Of
truly
course.
enjoyed it.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you having me on.
All right, thank you.